The story of the demon possessed guy was set free by Jesus. The Lord cast out the demons, and many demons being cast out from that poor young man, and the demons went into the pigs, and the thousands of pigs went down the cliff and disappeared. So people were astonished. And this is a reaction of the people. Mark chapter 5, verse 16 onwards. And they came to Jesus and saw the demon-possessed man, the one who had had the legion, sitting there clothed in his right mind. And they were afraid. And those who had seen it described to them what happened to the demon-possessed man and the pigs. And they began to beg Jesus to depart from the region. And it's interesting that such a miracle happened. They asked Jesus to leave their region. Well, because they don't want to lose any more pigs, or they are simply very, very frightened. Either way. And verse 18, as he was getting in the boat, the man who had been possessed with demons begged him that he might be with him, and he did not permit him. See, Jesus did not permit the man who had just been cast out of demons from. Jesus say no to him. You know, sometimes Jesus say, come and follow me. Only the called, selected ones, come and follow me. That specific calling, that's apostolic. Not everyone get the apostolic calling invitation. But overall, generically, we're all called by Christ to follow him. And only those God the Father has called will come to Christ. You got to understand that. They are the elect. These are the people who will never backslide from Jesus, from God. They will never deconstruct their faith. They are the ones going to go all the way for Christ. You want to pray that all your friends and loved ones will be in that category, and of course yourself. Now, Jesus said, and Jesus did not permit him, but said to him, go home to your friends and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you. And he went away and began to proclaim the Decapolis, how much Jesus has done for him. Everyone marveled. The words of Jesus here is very, very encouraging, very revealing. He said, go home to your friends and tell them how much the Lord has done for you. That's a thing, big thing. What the Lord has done for us, guys, we have to tell our friends. Don't keep it to ourselves and be silent. You know, the world is trying to re-educate, catechize us. Don't share our faith with others, the world. But Jesus said, tell them to your friends. Are you telling to your friends? Tell to your friends what the Lord has done for you. Next one, how he has had mercy on you. Two things, what God has done, God has mercy. This guy was demon possessed by a legion of demonic powers. Day and night, he was like chained from getting violence. And he was living a despicable life among the wilderness, and it was just horrific. When Jesus saw him, this guy was living among the tombs, verse 3, and no one could bind him anymore, not even with a chain, for he had often been bound with shackles and chains, but he wrenched the chains apart and broke the shackles in pieces. That demonic power in him, so powerful, broke the chains and shackles. Verse 5, night and day among the tombs and on the mountains, he was crying out and cutting himself with stones. Day and night, cutting himself with stones among the tombs. And when he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and fell down before him. He said, what have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High? I adjure you by God, do not torment me. Oh, this is another very interesting one. The demons know that they will be tormented. Unfortunately, many human beings don't know that without Christ in their lives, they will be facing judgment of God, and the hellfire torment will be the result of those who reject Christ, the Savior, who died on the cross bleeding, and he died. Son of God died to purchase us from the judgment. For he was saying to him, come out of the man, you unclean spirits. And Jesus asked him, what is your name? He replied, my name is Legion, for we are many. And he begged him earnestly not to send them out of the country. And that's a great herd of pigs was feeding there on the hillside, and they begged him, send it to the pigs, let us enter them. So he gave them permission. And the unclean spirit came out and entered the pigs and the herd, numbering 2,000, rushing down the steep bank to the sea and drowning in the sea. 2,000 pigs rushed down the cliff into the sea and died because the demons entered those pigs. First of all, Jews don't eat pork, and why are they having so many pigs there? Second of all, it is really eye-opening. The demons seem to know a lot more than human beings now. You know, I remember C.S. Lewis wrote the book, what do you call that book? I need to read his books. One of the books, he said it was a demon talking to another demon how to trap human beings so that they don't get to enter heaven. So they will be pulling them down to the place of torment, just like the demonic spirit was saying. You know, this is so real, guys. You don't want to become the pawn of demonic spirit. They want to pull as many people as they can down to the place of torture. The word torture is so horrendous. It's just such a conflict, such a contrast with what Jesus is offering. Go home. What is the word he said use? How much the Lord has done for you. Now you realize how much Jesus has done for him. Setting free from tormenting day and night, crying out in the tombs in the mountainside. He broke chains and shackles and cut himself day and night. The Lord had mercy on him and set him free. Jesus is telling him, go back and tell your friends what the Lord has done for you. What the Lord has done for you, people, you got to understand that this guy was in the tomb day and night, cut himself, crying out. Nobody can control him. You know, that is the kind of wretched life he lived. And how the Lord had mercy on him. Today, we have a lot of people, may not be physically tormented in that way, cutting themselves with stones and crying out day and night in the tomb. But I'm telling you that mentally, spiritually, physically, spiritually, there's a lot of broken people going through hell on earth. And even those people who seem to be going through supposedly paradise with a lot of money and things, the heartbrokenness is unbelievable. Anyway, even if we are good on both sides, eventuality will catch up with us. If we don't now hearken to what the voice of the demonic spirit. Are you coming to torment us before the time? What a revealing statement. It says here, crying out with a loud, the demons cried out with a loud voice. The demons said, what do you want to do with me, Jesus, Son of God? I adjure you, do not torment me. Do not torment me. Okay, let's look at NIV. What is this? You know, scribe. It said, Son of God, Jesus, Son of God, in the God's name, don't torture me. Torture, torment is all the same words. All right, don't torture me. Because they know they will be tortured. They will be tormented. But folks, our people do not seem to know or do not seem to care. That is the biggest mistake in life. And I'm serious, that is the biggest mistake. But Jesus said, go and tell everybody what the Lord has done for you, and the Lord have mercy on you. He's a God of relationship, such relational God. Amen.